Hey barbecue enthusiasts, Justin here with Bear Zapper Barbecue, where we cover everything from grilling to smoking and everything in between. Today, we are diving into the mouth-watering world of smoked ribs. Get ready to fire up your smoker and follow along as I show you my secret techniques for achieving the most tender, juicy, and flavorful ribs you've ever tasted. So grab your apron and let's get smoking. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I have removed the membrane again from previous videos you've probably seen for me, but basically all I did was I took a butter knife, I slid it under the kind of waxy papery overlay, slid it under, started peeling some of it up, and then I took a paper towel and I just ripped it up, and it just rips really nicely across the whole thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to throw some, get out of here bee, throw some barbecue dry rub on top. And today I'm going to be using Blues Hog Original Dry Rub. I've used this before. We just want to pat it to make sure it sticks nicely. Cool. I'm going to flip it over and do it on the meat side as well. And after we do this, we're going to let it sit for about a half an hour. It helps the meat kind of sweat out any excess moisture, and it allows the rub to really adhere to the meat. This is looking good. Almost dropped that. Let's push it right into the meat. Get out of here. The bees apparently love pork. Cool. So that's looking good. We're going to let it sit for about 15-20 minutes, maybe even up to a half an hour, and then we're going to throw it on the smoker. Hey everybody, so welcome back. Got the big green egg getting up to temperature. We're right around, tripping all over myself. Probably ripped my shoes. We are right around 272 right now. Let's lock this. Okay, cool. Right around 273. We need it to get up to about 275, so we're just about there. I closed the top vent. We have the Egg Genius kind of going to keep our temperature stable. The ribs have been inside. Close it a little bit more. Ribs have been inside, sitting with the rub on it, kind of sweating out the moisture and adhering to the rub. So we should be just about good to go. Let's see here. I think we're right at temp. Yeah, we sure are. Right around 275 on the dot. Beautiful. So I'm gonna go grab the ribs. We're gonna put them on the egg. And we're gonna smoke them for about 2 hours. Then we're gonna take them off. We are going to double foil wrap them. I'm making my own barbecue sauce tonight, a little bit of honey jalapeno barbecue sauce. Then we're gonna throw them back on, wrapped, and let them get super tender. Awesome. All right, so you can take a look at the ribs. You can see they're kind of, obviously they're covered in the rub, but they're kind of sticky looking and tacky looking, and that's exactly what we want. So now we're gonna get these on the egg. Make sure we're still at temperature. We sure are. Boom. All right. So it is one rack of ribs, but I did cut it in half just to fit on the medium egg. As you can see, maybe if you can see through the smoke, I did use some applewood and some pecan wood on here as well to give it a nice kind of mild smoky flavor. And then the rub will, it should stick to the rub and adhere really nicely and create a nice kind of smoke layer for us. So I'm going to cover this, and we are going to let this cook for about 2 hours. It's 1:45 now, so check back at 3:45. So while the ribs are on, one thing that I really want to make sure that we do is make the best, most flavorful barbecue sauce that we can make, right? So I'm going to be making my own hot honey. I'm going to be infusing that with some red pepper flakes, some cayenne peppers, some jalapeno peppers. I'm going to add a splash of hot sauce in that as well, just to give it some extra heat. So I'm going to do that inside. I'm also going to make some barbecue sauce inside as well using that. So I'm going to make a honey barbecue sauce, homemade ketchup base with the hot honey that we're making. So we're going to head inside. We're going to put that concoction together for the hot honey. We're going to let it cool off, and then we're going to make that barbecue sauce. Stay tuned. Hey everybody. So right now I've taken about maybe 1.5 cups of honey, of some of my local honey here. I have sliced up a jalapeno pepper, including the seeds, and I am stirring this to get it thinner because I'm going to make my own barbecue sauce using homemade hot honey. Really pumped for this. So we're going to let this just kind of come to a simmer. We're going to then let it sit for about 10 minutes, let the jalapenos and the seeds and everything kind of infuse into the honey flavor. Then we're going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar, mix it all together, and we're going to use that along with some ketchup as a base to our barbecue sauce that I'm going to be making later today with some baby back ribs. Pumped. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, welcome back. We're back in the kitchen. Ribs are on. While the ribs are cooking, we're gonna make ourselves the most amazing honey barbecue sauce that you've ever had. And it all starts with some homemade hot honey. So I took the hot honey that it created, let it cool off, and I just put it in this container, an airtight container, let it cool completely. We're gonna use that for our barbecue sauce now. Actually, I'm probably gonna get a slightly bigger pan, pot, whatever. Yeah, we'll do this one. All right, a slightly bigger pot. And we're gonna start with 1 cup of ketchup. Let's get that cup container out. There we go. Just gonna put this on low to start, medium low. Let's get this heated up. But we are just squeezing the ketchup container. Fill up a cup. Looks good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm going to grab the spatula real quick. Not a spatula, scraper thingy. And just to make sure that we get all, or close to all of the ketchup out. And you can do this with, you don't have to do this with the hot honey, the homemade hot honey. I just wanted to do something a little different. And, wanted to try my hand at this. So, cool. We have ourselves 1 cup of ketchup. Now we're going to do a half of a cup of brown sugar. After the half cup of brown sugar, we're going to do a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, as you can see right here. All right. All right, nice packed down brown sugar. Beautiful. Put this back in the bag because we are going to use that again in the very near future when we wrap our ribs. Cool. So, 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Make sure you shake it up. I like to use the Bragg, the organic one, with the mother. 1/4 cup. Beautiful. Gonna toss that right in. Man, apple cider vinegar smells funky. All right, now we're gonna do a 2 tablespoons of the hot honey. I'm gonna do a little bit more than that, just because I do like the honey flavor, and that has an incredible flavor when it was, being that it was infused. So I'm gonna do about 3 tablespoons of 3 to 4 tablespoons of the hot honey. We're gonna do a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of paprika, teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and then we're gonna hit it with some liquid smoke. So, we should have everything here. Paprika, onion powder, paprika, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and boom. Liquid smoke. This is the hickory liquid smoke that we got going on. Just gonna mix this up real quick. Cool, cool, cool. So, teaspoon, teaspoon, teaspoon. Got ourselves a teaspoon. So again, it's 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon garlic, 1 teaspoon onion, half a teaspoon of black pepper. All the flavor, all the rage. People are gonna love us. I'm gonna love it. There we go. Teaspoon of onion. You could use smoked paprika. I'm gonna use regular paprika and then liquid smoke. Paprika. Garlic powder. Boom. Kosher salt. I'm using coarse kosher salt. Salt. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then just a dash of liquid smoke. Boom. We don't need it too smoky. Throw out the garbage on the ground. Boom. And now we have our hot honey. tablespoon. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll go a little bit more. 4. Let's do this. Let's go crazy. Beautiful. Close that back up. Now we're just going to mix it up. I don't know if you can see it that well. That's looking good. I'm going to mix it all up nicely. Coloring's really pretty on this. It's like a deep, deep, deep red. Cool. And again, we want to do this over, I guess, medium heat. Now, one thing you could do if you wanted to add even more heat, right? We added the sweet heat, right, from the hot honey. If you wanted to add more heat, you could add some cayenne pepper, some red pepper flakes. You can even add jalapeno juice from like pickled jalapenos. For this recipe, I did use fresh jalapenos for the hot honey. I used fresh jalapenos. I wanted the seeds of that, and I wanted the fresh taste rather than that pickled taste. But you can absolutely add some of that in. Just know it will change up the flavor slightly because it is pickled. And we're just going to mix this up real nice. Taste it. Wow. Holy cow. Really, really good. Wow, really good. All right. We're on to something here, folks. We're on to something, and I love it. I think I'm going to add just a dash more of liquid smoke, just to give it a little bit slightly smokier. Man, that was good. Wow. You guys are going to love this. This is incredible. We're gonna let this simmer for a while. We're gonna bring it to a boil. Then we're gonna bring it to a boil first. We're gonna cover it. We're gonna let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Let all the flavors kind of get infused there. We're gonna shut it down. We're gonna let it cool off. This, because it had the cool, it's just starting to boil now. Because it had the fresh jalapenos in there, it has slightly shorter shelf life. If you put it into an airtight container into the fridge, it'll probably last up to a week. But just, you know, be careful if you're going a little bit longer than that. I would, you know, try to use it. It's so good that you're going to want to use it anyway. This is going to be really good on chicken, on burgers, on really, you know, obviously on the ribs, but on just about anything. And you're gonna love this. So this. That is incredible. It's got like a little bit of a kick from the jalapenos and the cayenne. Not a lot of kick, but just enough that it hits the back of your throat. And then it's got that really nice sweetness to it from the honey and really nice sweetness from the brown sugar. I am genuinely impressed about this. Rock on. Great recipe. High five, fam. Let's do this. All right, it's been just over 2 hours. Look at the coloring on this. This looks so good. I'll bring it closer. Ooh, that is hot. The bones are starting to look poke through, which is exactly what we're looking for on this. And hot, hot, hot. Come on, Varys. Yeah, this one's hot. Tasting is good though. Let me grab some tongs. Be right back. Hot, hot, hot. Washing my hands. Cool. And I'm back, baby. Look at this. It's got some give to it. It's a little shaky. Look at this. Boing, boing, boing. Look at the coloring of that. It's so good. The bones, like I said, are starting to come through, which is exactly what we need. Awesome. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these, we're going to double wrap them with some brown sugar on the bottom, a little bit of the homemade sauce that I just made inside, and some butter. And we're going to let them finish cooking and getting super, super tender. Awesome. All right, so we have our ribs here. We have our butter, brown sugar. We have the homemade sauce that we're going to use. Now we're going to grab some aluminum foil. And we're going to double layer this. And we want the shiny side up so that it reflects the heat in, not off. So you want to do foil that's about 6 to 8 inches longer than the ribs. Just do one at a time. Make sure that's still good. We're still good there. Looking great. Taking some brown sugar. I'm just gonna sprinkle some brown sugar across it. That's good. This isn't an exact science. Cool. We're gonna take this rib. We're gonna, it would help to put some sauce on first. I mean, it's so tender already. Put that right on top and sprinkle a little more sauce on the bone side. I'm telling you, that is the best sauce that I've ever had. All right, so you want to wrap it real tight. And we're going to throw this back on, meat side down. Cool. We're going to do the same thing with this. Put it back on. We're going to let them cook for another, I don't know, maybe hour, hour and a half. We'll see. All right, everybody, it's been about an hour. Actually, about an hour and a half since these have been wrapped and on. Gonna take this off. Let's take a look. Ooh, yeah. They smell incredible. I don't know if you can see this. Whoop. They look incredible. They have a beautiful color, beautiful bark on them. The bones are sticking out. Oh yeah, they come right out. These are ready. Yep, these are ready. Beautiful. Ooh, hot. You guys hear that? Apparently we're being invaded by 1940 Germany here. All right, let's go with this one. Let's make sure this one's looking good. I've got some corn on the cob on the Weber grill over here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This. Nuts. This is absolutely awesome looking. Did some chicken thighs as well. Look at this. Coloring on it is great. The bones are sticking right out. Oh my gosh, you can't get much better than that. This is awesome. Incredibly awesome. All right, I'm gonna let these sit for a little bit longer. Try and wrap this back up. Gonna sit for a little longer off of the heat. And then we're gonna dig in. Those look incredible. And they smell so good. Wow, man, I'm hungry. Awesome.